Well, I got to throw a little disclaimer in here. Looks like some of my family members think I'm moving out of the house. I don't know where they get that idea. You know, this whole cabin thing came about because of my grandkids. I want to kind of have somewhere for like a weekend getaway. If I want to come up here by myself and just spend a day or two. If I wanted to maybe take a whole week and just come up and live in the cabin for a week. When I have time to do that, I would enjoy the time at the cabin in the woods, me and Blue Dog. Maybe have the wife come up if she would so like to partake. Sometimes I'm not too sure about that. I don't know how she feels about living off the grid in the cabin, you know, for a day or two at a time. I mean, there's a lot of time to sit and read a book. Just enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment, right? So to me, that's what my cabin's all about. I just want to kind of express my feelings there that I'm not planning on moving out of the house. I know I'm buying lots of different food and different things to kind of store at the cabin. And just to make that even a bigger thing, for Father's Day, my son-in-law Michael, my #1 fan, you've all heard me mention that, him and the wife, Jamie, managed to get me a whole gallon of powdered butter. And every time I get something like that, my wife's thinking, oh my God, you're moving out. You're moving out. I'm not moving out. I'm just trying to prepare the cabin, have a little food up here on stock that I can actually cook something. Maybe it's a Saturday and I'm up here on a weekend. I want to do a lunch. I can do that. Maybe I want to do a breakfast. I can do that. So I'm not moving out of the house. So just so you guys know that, as well as my wife and the rest of my family, the cabin is just a fun thing. I'm not moving out. I'm not going anywhere. Still right here. So just thought I'd throw that in there, just so you guys don't worry about me moving on. Okay? I'm not going anywhere. Well, welcome to rigging, everybody. I'm back. And by golly, you know, being out of school, driving school bus, kind of nice. Got some time off, get to come up to the cabin, fix me some lunch. Did a bunch of cleanup. You seen me tear that wall out. I had a lot of tore up boards that I couldn't any longer use, so those all went bye-bye. I decided I would start a fire outside, burn some of that stuff up today. And then I had a fire going in the cabin because it was only in the 50s. So fire in the cabin feels pretty darn good. Me and Blue are kind of enjoying that. And since we were up here about lunchtime, 11:30ish, noonish, we decided, hey, let's just make us some lunch. So that's what's going on in this video. Kind of laid back. You know, one thing about a cabin and building and then rebuilding and adding on, you're always changing, it seems like. Never satisfied. I think one thing about a cabin is you can't make them too small. If it's too small, this would be fine for one person. But that's what I'm going to add the room on. Just need a little more space. Be nice to have a table in this section. Over there just be sleeping area only. I may, if I can, I don't know if I have room or not, but I may do a shelf or two up high, a boxed in shelf maybe, for like a pantry. So I can keep my flour, salt, peppers, spices, my coffee, all the things that I would need on a daily basis. How to get by up here in the cabin. What do I eat? I need some canned goods. Probably need some beans, maybe some vegetables, corn, green beans. I know I can't keep meat or anything like that because I don't have a freezer. Not planning on ever doing that. But you never know. I mean, here again, it's all about change, right? Always changing. So if I have space, because I am going up 8 feet on one side, 10 on the other, I don't know if I'll do a loft on the other side because I'm planning on putting maybe an overhead bed on one side. So it'll be a pretty high bed. And it may double as a loft / bed. But here again, as we go down that road, we'll try and figure that out, okay? That's how it is. Gavin Ty Morgan, right? That's how it is. Okay, first things first. First job of the day is starting a fire. I got some old cedar board. Just make some quick kindling here. Just to get the fire rolling right along. Alright, maybe I'll cut some of them up just a wee bit smaller. Make sure that, oops, I got enough paper in there. Make this stuff go. It ain't got to be hyper small because kindling, and it really does light up well. If I can just chop it. Have you noticed how many times I've hit my hand? 4 or 5 times? You know, you don't have to have a razor sharp axe. This one's actually fairly sharp, but it's not sharp enough to actually cut me. You know, I can't shave with this dude. Sharp enough to cut wood. That's all I need it for. Just cutting wood. Alrighty. So now, simple process of here, just picking up some of my little wood that I cut. Little tiny pieces and snags. I got the top open here on the stove just so I can kind of get at it a little quicker. The plan is put the little bitty stuff in here, stack it. Hi, Blue. Blue dog. How you doing, pup? Whoop. Okay. Shut the lid. I'm probably sitting here blocking everything I'm doing here, right? I'm always on the wrong side. Sorry about that, folks. I'm going to get a fire going so we can get me and Blue some lunch going here. About 11 o'clock. We step out of your way. See if that'll get lit and get going. Got a few more little scraps here. Firewood. That should get rolling pretty quickly. I think in the meantime, while that's cooking, not. Wow, look at this piece of wood, would you? It's got a knot running clean through that whole piece of wood. So, here comes the noisemaker guy. I'm going to be able to get lots of complaints from Jerry and Anne-Marie, my nephew and niece. Too much noise again there, Uncle Greg. Too much noise. You're killing me. This also is probably killing my views. Nobody wants to hear a noisy guy. That's what my wife says. I'll try and hold it down for you folks. Sorry about that. This one here too long, so not now. Okay, like that. Got a fire rolling. Bing bang boom. Don't take much, right? Oh, and you know what? Let me show you here what's going on down below. Oh, my dogs are yapping. That is my ready light. Look at that, dude. You don't have to be in a stand. You can put it on the ground, just like here. Light on. It's on the brightest setting, and that little light down there. Let me just sit in my chair. Look at that fire, would you? It's lighting up the stove. Well, howdy, Blue. There you are. He's checking out my light. Look at that. Wow, where'd that come from? It's like a little mini sun. I mean, it's daylight, 11 o'clock, but we got probably 55 degrees.
this time of day, and it's not very bright in the cabin. So for filming, throwing my light on like that, isn't that awesome? Really lights things up, even my wall over here. Because I do remember have these two windows, and I got this big giant window back here. But still, for the cloudy day, there's only so much light to be had. Okay, we'll check back with you. Got dog barking. Sorry. Okay, well, today I think we're going to build us a fire and burn up some of the wood that come out of my wall. So what I'm doing, I'm separating all the stuff that I think I can use or partial use. I'm going to set aside and reuse, and then some of this stuff will actually get burned in a fire. So let's get the outside fire going now that I got the inside fire going. We're going to have two fires going today, folks. Now that is a fire. Well, look at me and Blue are having for lunch today. I made up some bread again, got it all made up and rolled out. And we're gonna cook that on the fire again, because that's what we do. Been a couple of weeks, maybe 3, since I've had any fried bread. I really do like this stuff. It's good. You just add a little salt. Get your butter and your water, mix it with your flour. Pretty dadgum simple. So we're going to let this sit around here for about 10 minutes, kind of let it do its thing, let it all introduce itself, all these ingredients. By God, we're going to throw it on the frying pan. So stay tuned. There'll be more bread to come. Boy, that is white, isn't it? Alright guys, I got the bread in the frying pan. So that's what it looks like. I just kind of spread her out, kind of make it into a little bit of a pancake kind of a thing, and then we let her cook a while. I flip it. If she looks good, by God, we take her out and we'll eat it. So that's lunch for me and Blue today. So stay tuned. Fire's cranking. We got her hot. Making fried bread. If you haven't tried that, you better. Mighty good. There is my Blue dog, patiently waiting for lunch. I had the door open earlier and he was tied to the rope, and he'd been in and out, going, "Where's lunch? Where's lunch?" I keep telling him it's coming. But he's learning to relax up here. Just relax. That's what the cabin's all about. Nothing but good times for old Blue. Yep. Alright, puppy. Your fans are saying howdy. I think he's got 3, 4 of them now. That's pretty darn awesome. I'm glad. Okay, let's see what we got. I cut it in 2 just to kind of give you guys an idea of what she looks like in the middle. That's what she looks like. Got one side a little browner than the other. I think I'm actually going to give it a few more minutes here and let that side cook just a little bit more. I kind of like it a little bit toasty, you know. I got some butter, so I will butter it up. A little more flavor. Alrighty folks, let's eat, huh? Hey, like I told you, I had butter. Look at that, eh? Delicious? Should be. Got Blue back here. There you go, bud. He's like, what are we eating today? Well, today, fried bread. Here's the backside. Yep. A little butter on there may taste pretty good. Meant to get me some jelly up here this summer. I like it just a little bit toasted on the bottom and on the top. There's the top. A little browner. Even better. Give the non-toasty to Blue. I notice when I toast my toast in the morning for breakfast, if it's a little overdone, he don't like it so much. I think he'd prefer hot bread. Yeah. Bread warmed. Lots of butter. Right, pup? Butter dog. Outstanding. Hey, try it, would you? Cast iron skillet cooking. Works great. Okay, skillets are cleaned and wiped out, and they're sitting out here cooling down. When they get cooled down, I'll hang them back on the wall. All you gotta do is just re-grease them. They're good to go for next time. And, like magic, frying pan's cooled, back on the wall, ready to go next time. Sure is handy having them so close and ready to go. Sometimes when my wood stove is taken off, with the pans, my frying pan's that close, what happens is the wood stove will actually preheat every single one of those frying pans. So when I go to use them, they're already warm. It's kind of a nice little thought, huh? Pre-warm frying pans. Courtesy of this guy. So I'm sure people ask, hey Greg, how do you do your laundry? Well, I have a bar. Goes across the fire. After I wash my rags and towels out with soap and water, wring them out really good, hang them up to dry. And I may have to come out here and flip it a time or two, but with that intense heat, it'll dry real fast. Oh, the pioneers. Oh, the pioneers. Well, another video in the box. Still want to get on that wall, but I knew today I had way too much cleanup to do, and I thought, you know what? Nice cool day, got fires going today. I could do some cleanup. So that worked out for me. So maybe next video I can actually get started on my south wall. On the bunkhouse, my new addition at the cabin. So with that being said, hey, like, share, subscribe, would you? I'd like to see a bunch more people subscribe. I always need a bunch of more. Subscriptions help. And I'd appreciate it if you guys would check in on me every week and see how we're doing out here at Cabin Time, Oregon. You know, every week's different. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I mean, without you checking in on me, you don't know what I'm doing. So if you would, hey, look me up. Cabin Time, Oregon. We're here. Every week. We're here. Me and the Blue Dog. That being said, adios. And we will see you on the next one, guys. And remember, live your life carefully, would ya? That's an order.